The real deal, Robert Trujillo joins me. Power Slap Combine Training Camp taking place in Las Vegas right now. Let's get a day one recap for you. What was it like and how was the energy?
It was cool, definitely, see him bringing in some new talent. Energy was high, because none of these guys are signed yet. I mean, none of these guys are signed. And there's one person there who's actually already had a match, but everyone else, no one's signed. They're just scouting new talent. So the guys are definitely bringing energy, and it's good because that's what it's gonna take, for them to sometimes get a contract going towards the future. So definitely high energy. It was fun, to see some new faces and to continue to see the sport grow.
Absolutely. Who was it that had a match in Power Slap?
It was Pita. She's a straw weight.
Okay.
She trains at the Performance Institute, and she's just an athlete, man. She's an athlete, and pleased with her first performance. So she's just a grinder. She wants to come in here and learn as much as she can, and just keep going forward. I think she'll be good. I think she'll be great at this, honestly, especially for her weight. She's super powerful, and it just shows her character that she's coming to these things with the beginners. Still just trying to learn
Mhm.
more. So that was pretty awesome.
That's awesome. There seems to be around 20 athletes there, both male and female. Seems to be everything from lightweight all the way up to super is represented. Anybody stand out to you after day one?
Um, not so much. I mean, his skills look good, but one of the lightweights actually stand out to me. Here's
Okay,
You're
who's
ready for
that?
the wild stat. This lightweight. Oh shit, I forget his name, but he's 6'6"
All right.
at
Austin
lightweight.
Dunning.
Yeah,
Austin
I mean
Dunning.
it's wild to see. It's wild to see someone that big, the same weight as me. I actually weigh more than him right now, and 6'6", it's wild. It's kind of funny. Frank had us line up against each other. Just he's all not saying you guys is gonna match up in the future. He's all if it did happen, he's all let me see how it looks. So it was just kind of funny. He's way up there. My last opponent was 6'1", and that was a high pretty reach
Yeah.
for me. So 6'6", that's crazy.
So how did it look? Would it work or would you need some phone books?
So it for sure, yeah, they for sure have to give me some kind of platform. They give me a couple steps, give me a bench, give me some phone books.
That's awesome, my man. What did the day look like overall? Like what type of paces did you put them through?
It was cool. We got there. They got through the rules meeting. They got through that, and then we got to really work on them with the technical side. We worked. We did some pad work. We did some work on Bob. We did some defense techniques, and me as a coach, my thing is I never want to change anyone's slap because they already feel comfortable doing that. I like to just tweak it a little bit to where they are gonna be a little more explosive, a little more clean, and I kind of just I worked with everyone, kind of just keeping that, getting like distancing their legs a little more. A lot of people were like going pretty much straight up and down. It's kind of hard to
Mhm.
gain any power like that. So I was really working on them, with their distance control, their measures, everything like that. And then we had the combine, so a lot of them got to test out their power on the cube. They got to test their neck strength, and I think to actually see numbers, I think that's what excites a lot of people. Like we could hit Bob and we could hit the pad all we want, but you go hit the cube and put up these numbers, I think that's what really excites people.
That's awesome to hear, my man. Um, Going into tomorrow, what can the prospects expect?
Going in tomorrow, I know they're doing a media some media workouts, like show them how to really work out their social skills and some nutrition and everything like that. So I think it's gonna be like for sure new to them. A lot of guys are really too big on their Instagrams and stuff like that. But with Power Slap, they do want people who are gonna keep promoting and pushing this. So I think they're gonna show them how to do that. We're gonna work on some more techniques. And this is where we're finally gonna really dial down like who stands out to us. As coaches, we get like a big say in all this, so we're gonna really see who stands out the most. And there's a couple in mine, who are standing out. One of the super heavyweights is really athletic. He's a super heavyweight and he could do the splits. So I'm like, he's for sure explosive. So that's gonna be pretty cool. But yeah,
Yeah.
going into tomorrow, we see what they got to bring.
Awesome. Have they talked to you at all about what they're looking for, or how many contracts they're looking to sign, what it's going to take for them to sign athletes at all?
Yeah, I mean it's kind of up in the air. Like it's kind of up in the air. They haven't really told us how much people they're looking for or who they're looking at. But I told I told a lot of the girls because I was working with the girls a lot. I told them I think they all might be a little bit luckier than the guys because honestly, if they want to keep building these women's division, they want to build a title for the girls. I feel like they have to bring in all the girls. So I think the girls might be a little luckier than the guys coming to this, because they do need to build these weight classes for the females, and I think they all might have a shot at it. And the featherweights, the 145ers, and Sheena's weight class. I mean, both of them. I feel like they're gonna get a shot regardless because they're both looking really good out there. So I think they're gonna get regardless.
Awesome, my man. I appreciate you joining me, giving a recap. Hopefully, we can catch up with you tomorrow after all said and done, and we'll see some of these athletes get some contracts.
Yes, sir. Excited for them.
All right, man. Take care. Rest up.
See you, brother.